Offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jameis to throw it. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Steeler first down.
Ready? White 25. Green, triple team. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. That sack by Khalil Mack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
We got 3. 552. I'm here all day.
Working out of the gun. Winston lets it fly deep for Cobb. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, it's Miller. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. The 20, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Mike is 59. Mike, good job right there. Let's go, D.
They'll run on first down. Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. On the catch, it's Crowder. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Lamar Miller with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Play action now. Winston. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
20! On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. He got 29 yards that time.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Steelers.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now a toss. This is Geis. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 17 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a pass hauled in downfield. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Tempo. Coming this way. Here we go.
Play action. It's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Aaron Donald. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And an alley to Lamar Miller. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Lamar Miller saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, Winston. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 3rd and long for Winston. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking deep for him. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kenny Moore. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
At the 29-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. It's caught inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's got room. And now look at him go. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
One play, 80. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Extra point up and good by Bailey. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go play action with Wilson. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the 50-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
26-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Wilson now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Check. 380. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I got you, Pop.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Robert Kimdichie showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
Check nickel. Go. Alert.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Miller. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? But this feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Play fake. Winston. Looking deep for Hilton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Here's Wilson. He's got Njoku over the middle. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
This is Miller. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They keep it with Miller on first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it. And he got it. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They go read it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, Wilson. And caught by Cooper for a Charger touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston lets it fly deep for and now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Cooper's got it. And down he but he takes it up to the 40. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what
Lamar Miller. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here again is McCannon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Winston. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. On play action, Winston. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.
what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the haters, I get the night in the money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, I never switch, I never switch.
Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit, ex slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip,
Up this magic with the